I did say I was going to make more comedic videos again, so here we go. Arknights is a game that I have been enjoying quite a bit ever since I went to my backyard, dug it up out of the grave I shot it into back in 2020, used a special rejuvenation liquid, enacted an unholy rite to mend body and soul once more, just to enable the ability to sign on to my account again. Upon opening it, I realized I had no idea what I was looking at, nor what I was doing. But then, something dawned upon me. Wait a moment, a game called Arknights Enfield is going to be coming out soon, and I have been looking forward to this game's release for the better part of 3 years. Why don't I screech into the void and call upon the mass hordes of Oripathy-stricken doctors in order to guide me through the game? And so, that's exactly what I did. And so, like hordes of Left 4 Dead zombies, they came pouring into my stream, hungry for the Arknights content, absolutely ravenous for my fresh Oranginium. So, I reacted to a variety of different videos about Arknights, approached some of the most profound doctors found in the Arknights realms, and received counsel on exactly what it is you should be doing in order to be a master at Arknights. Oh, and don't worry, Arknights isn't the only game I'm going to be teaching you how to play, so watch out for those future videos. So, first things first, in Arknights, you're playing from the perspective of a little someone called the Doctor. You watch events unfold before you in the form of a visual novel, and you participate in less surgeries and more viewing of domestic terrorism, international terrorism, and a variety of other crimes on the medicinal world told through the lens of a Chinese drama. Arknights is an absolutely terrible place to be at times, with horrific events happening daily in a place called Terra. Racism, fascism, maybe a little bit of cannibalism, autism. All of the tisms you can think of are here. And if you're not careful, it could drive you insane. That's why we have a special little thing called sanity. And before you even think about doing anything related to Arknights, make sure you sit there and proceed to sit on 3,000 sanity. Some may say it's impossible. Some may say you only have a limit of 190 or whatever the fuck that number was people told me. But look at my account. It's certainly possible. With this much sanity, no matter what sort of horrible things may happen to your operators or even yourself, you will never go insane. This is your first step at becoming John Arknights. The world is currently being ravaged by a form of super cancer called Oripathy. It causes its victims to form these strange crystallized growths on their body, or simply put, get very, very sick. People who have this form of COVID-219 is oftentimes ostracized, judged, segregated, mistreated, and killed. This is probably because they are poor. That's right, as soon as you contract arithmetic, your bank account's current balance goes into the negative thousands. Little do people with orangutans know is that if they just break those crystals off of their skin, they could turn a great profit. After all, just look at Walter White and how much money he made selling the blue crystal. What? Oh, he was selling drugs. My bad. Now then, second off, polygamy is lame. It's also unholy, read the Bible. So, monogamy is where it's at. As a doctor, there are certain laws that prohibit you from fucking your patients. But no, not in Terra, probably. So, once you find an operator, dote on them, and only them. Ignore every single character in your entire character box, and only level, associate, and elite that one character. As you can see, I am in a monogamous relationship with Lapdog. Once that's done, just throw the rest of your XP and other materials that trickled down from your main waifu or husbando, and let your other operators fight amongst themselves for them, to the death even. Host the Hunger Games even, and watch as they strategically position themselves to destroy each other. Now, speaking of strategy games, you may have been told in the past that Arknights is a tower defense game. Wrong. Arknights is a tower offense game. In all games, when you see red, you must kill it. Therefore, place your units directly in front of the red box and have them completely and utterly destroy the red box. The enemies can't leave if you're constantly flooding the red box with your glorious operators. Oh, and one more thing, whatever you do, never pull on any of the banners, ever. You don't want any more pesky operators getting in the way of your monogamous relationship. What are you, pull scumming? Stop that shit. On top of that, as a doctor, having too many patients is very stressful. Make your life easier by making everyone else's life harder. Each operator that you will be thoroughly neglecting has a variety of roles like diagonal lines, crossbow, and wizard. These are just a handful of examples of the different roles a variety of your units can play in Arknights. Will I tell you what each of them will do? There's no need. Just pick someone who looks like they would racially profile someone the quickest and perform police brutality and turn off the body cam. Jessica seems like just the perfect candidate to shoot as soon as a pebble hits the roof of a car. As for your doctor's office, you may find yourself having an operator performing kickflips on a skateboard in your office, thus disrespecting your pharmaceutical company's name. Kill them. Once they're replaced with someone with proper work etiquette, you can have your new secretary turn people down whose diseases are too hard to cure, because you're not actually running a pharmaceutical company, you're running a slave factory. That's right, the entire time you were part of the problems in Terra. Make sure your factory workers are exhausted. Make it appear as though you're working in a Chinese Nike factory. The more miserable they are, the harder they will work. Don't worry, this has been proven scientifically and morally correct. Use your newfound operators, to farm rocks constantly and send them deep into the coal mines, and if they refuse to work any further, send them to Guantanamo Bay. Make sure that you have Tekis and Lapdog going around and spreading some form of Syracusan propaganda. Do you remember when I said there's a lot of different places and cultures in Terra? No? Well, there is. There's a variety of races and different government structures in several nations. They are all entirely comprised of furries, scalies, and the foot fetish farmers. Let's not forget about the terrorists, because they help build up the nation as much as the next tax-paying citizen. Make sure that when you traverse around Terra, you take the time to truly understand each and every one of their rich and diverse cultures, so you can find out which ones are British, which ones are French, and identifying how it is you can join the Syracusan Mafia. Mafia members are shot daily, so having a doctor around will be a tremendous help to them in further performing their criminal acts. But other than that, there isn't very much else I can tell you about Arknights. It's an amazing game filled with amazing characters, and if you want to learn more, screech into the void like I did and summon the eldritch beings filled with esoteric knowledge simply known as the Doctors. Anyways, that's all you need to know to be the absolute worst player, best Arknights player that has ever lived. Now obviously this video was made all in good fun, and I enjoy Arknights, and if you couldn't see that, then perhaps you may be entitled to a lobotomy. If however you guys liked what you saw, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more bullshit. Anyways, I've been Ragashu, and I want you all to take care, and peace.